day 23. Get my pack on here. Quick view. Alright. So here we are, day 23, alongside the river. Roughly 50 miles from Damascus, Virginia. And this is really cool rockery here. Following it right along the river. Following those white blazes right there along the rock. This is really cool. Pretty neat, huh? Now up the rocks. This is pretty cool. Hard work, but boy. It's roughly 7:51. I believe it's Wednesday, the 23rd. 2 days into spring. Readjust the pack there. Today and tomorrow are relatively easy. Tomorrow they call it the Tennessee Highway because it's pretty much flat going into Damascus. So I plan on doing, I think it's like 24 and a half, roughly 25 miles today, which should put me 26.1 for tomorrow to get to Virginia, state number 4. Today I should only have 1 or 2 big ups. I go down to 1,900 feet, and then I start climbing back up to 4,200, and then gets a little flat. So the kids are back at the hostel. They're probably just now leaving. They were a little tired from yesterday, so they wanted to get a little extra sleep. But me being an old man, I wake up early. I'd rather finish early than start late and finish late. So here I am by myself. But we do know where we're meeting up later, so it's not like I'm ditching the crew. We're gonna meet at Watauga Shelter, this is the Watauga River, part of it. And shelter for lunch, which is roughly 11 and a half miles or so, 12 miles, and then that's pretty much halfway. So I figure if I can get there by noon at the latest, right on schedule to make a push to be at camp by 5. Dinner made and bed made, in bed before 7. They plan on getting to camp around 6:37. So they're cool with that. I just would rather, I was so rested. This is day 7 of 23 to 24, averaging 24 point something miles over the last 6 days. So definitely glad to get 25 in. I'd like to average 24, 25 miles for a week. That'd be cool. And then tomorrow, 1/10 short of another marathon. And that'll be very successful, because I would have made up I would have made up more than a half a day just in this week, and haven't even made it to Virginia, where there's 35, 40-mile days coming very soon. I think I'm on chip number 5 for this camera. I brought 11. I got it in high def, so I only get 2 hours per chip versus 3.5. That was Mickey Del Rey's suggestion. He said make sure I get everything in high def, just so I don't regret it later. So that's why I brought extra chips. And yeah, today I have both my cell phone batteries charged, so I put my cell phone in airplane mode and then turned on my jog tracker app so I can track my miles and calories and time today, and also give me a map of where I walk, so when I upload it to Facebook, at least everybody will have a one-day view of kind of the terrain I'm walking, where I'm at, all that good stuff. And it'll give me a better sense of the calories I'm burning. Granted, it won't show, the calories won't make up for the fact that I'm carrying 55 pounds on my back right now. Mainly due because I loaded up with a 6-pack of 16-ounce Budweisers. That's all they had at the store. I wanted Hefeweizen or Guinness. But we're in Tennessee, and it's really hard to find that kind of stuff. In the cans, anyway. They had like Blue Moon in the bottles, but those are just too heavy and too hard to squish down, because once you're done with the beer, you have to squish the can and carry it with you till the next garbage stop. So you have to think of little things like that. I'm learning a lot out here on the trail. Number 1, pay attention. Sometimes trails will split in 3 directions. And you just got to follow these white blazes. Up there on the tree, I don't know if you can see it from here, see it when we get closer, there's a double. That usually means the trail's changing directions very shortly after that. Sometimes they'll offset the double blazes to let you know what direction. Other times they won't. Other times they'll just put logs right there to say don't take that trail. And then they'll put a white blaze immediately following or within a few feet. So anytime you change directions or see other trails, just got to pay attention. And looks like we're getting ready for our first climb of the day. Wow. So it's been 57 minutes since I left. The first half mile was coming from the shelter, or the hostel we stayed at last night. This guy had over 17,000 people over the years in this hostel. Really nice guy. Sad though, he lost his wife 3 years ago to pancreatic cancer. But he's a volunteer on this trail. All parts of the trail. He's got over 6,000 hours logged as a volunteer. Oh man, it's nice, the sun's coming up. Whew. The legs are burning. Rocks, a lot of steps. These things can be really slippery with the leaves and the rocks. And you got tree trunks and stumps coming out. Real easy to stub your toe, roll your ankles. You just got to keep them knees loose, so when you do hit something that's not balanced, instead of twisting and rolling your ankle, you just kind of let your knees go down with it. It does take a toll on the knees, but a lot better than the ankles. Just had the 8 o'clock beep. So let's check the phone. So in 55 minutes I've gone 2.05 miles. It's a great pace so far. So that'll mean roughly that roughly means about a 12-hour day. So according to this pace, I won't make it to camp till 7, but let's see. High water. Let's see which way I want to go here. I would imagine I'm going up. So, high water trail. No. Woo, I think I'm going down. Because I don't want to take a separate trail. Look at that view though. Woohoo! But once again, since the trail did split, if I don't see a white blaze in 50 yards or so, I'll turn around and go back up. But I'm pretty sure this is right. I see a white blaze on the rock, possibly. I hope so. There's a white blaze right there on the rock. That's a good sign. Alright, now I can get moving a little faster. Alright, there's another one on the tree. Alright. Paying attention to the trail. It's always a good thing. Jake would absolutely love this out here. Woohoo! Look at this. This is slippery stuff right here. It's nice that it's all jagged. Man, these step downs are so big. so peaceful out here. So after today I will have 76 more days and haven't figured out exactly how far behind I am, but I know I'm a couple days behind. But plan on being able to make that up pretty quick. Each day I'm catching up 2 to 4 miles. So once we hit the flatlands, it's go time. What's nice about going up the hills and down the hills is when you get a stretch like this, it gives time for your legs to recoup pretty quick before you tackle the next hill. So that's kind of where we just came up and over. Not really, we came from over that way. You can see in just a short amount of time how your terrain can change so rapidly. Half the day today is supposed to be pretty nice, but they say sometime in the evening, early evening, it changes rapidly, but there are thunderstorms coming probably tonight, so tomorrow could be, that last 26.1 could be in the thunderstorms. I just hope the lightning's not really close. I'd hate to have to do the lightning position where you put your bag 100 feet or 100 yards or so away from you and you go find a nice rock and get in the tuck position. And I've never had to do that before, but at least my boy Eric taught me how to do it just in case that situation arises. Those are always nice little things to know. Hope I don't have to do it, but expect the worst, hope for the best. That's all we can do out here, one foot in front of the other. I like these little bridges. Back in the 80s, a lot of these, this one was probably here, but some places we crossed, they weren't really here. So, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Maybe a little panoramic. Nice and calm on that end. Alright. Good change of scenery to be walking along a river, because we've only done it the last couple of days. I think this is part of like the Elk Grove River, or I think the Watauga River, but it's Elk Grove was yesterday, today was like Dennis Cove, and I don't really have a map to see exactly what all that means, just going by what my book says. And I'm officially in the 1700s. To finish. So 1,700 something miles to go to Tenn. But our running joke is Katadin! It's changed names throughout the year from what this old guy Bob at the hospital was telling us last night. They changed the pronunciation, or they took out an I, or they did something. Couldn't hear him very well, but we were asking the correct pronunciation. He said it was Katahdin, but at one point it was Katadin. So that's why when you watch that video, 5 Million Steps, you'll hear one person or two say it one way, and then another person say it another way. So I just like to call it a big-ass mountain coming at the end. And it's going to be pretty sweet when we make it. Not if, but when. Give a quick shout out to all my family and friends that when I check Facebook or text messages in between cities or in the cities. Like right now, there's no cell service right in here. But when you get on top of a big mountain and you can see like cities down there, usually Sprint works pretty well. Verizon is number 1 on the trail, and AT&T, you might as well go back to the drawing board. 2 of the guys I'm with have AT&T, and they never get service, even up on the mountains. So Sprint and Verizon, you're doing something right. Keep it up. AT&T, you're a joke. Glad I don't have you, because my wife would be like, "Where are you?" No, she got me on GPS. We're good. So roughly 1 hour, 15 minutes into the day. Another bridge. Look at how these bridges are built. I mean, is this just impressive work for the jungle? A lot of these places, they say in certain parts, they're not allowed to have any machinery. They call it like the wilderness, I guess, which is a term they use for meaning the volunteers that come out here and when they have to clear paths, they're not allowed to use a chainsaw. They have to use the big hand saw. Which, if we didn't have volunteers, boy. The old guy was explaining to us hikers, we hike to each white blaze. And the volunteers, they take care of what's in between the white blazes. And he was explaining about equality. The white blazes don't care if you're black, white, gay, straight. They're just white blazes. So out here, everything's equal. And thank goodness for volunteers to cut trees like this right here out of your way. They have stickers all over the outfitters at everywhere you go. It says, "Hike faster, I hear banjo music." And then they up a one for the kayakers. "Paddle faster, I hear banjo music." So I guess Deliverance has really been around a long time. And I have yet to see the movie. Just kind of wait till I got back. So in approximately 1 hour, I'll stop. I got a banana, some granola. Had a nice breakfast this morning. I had 2 packets of instant oatmeal. One was apples and cinnamon, one was maple brown sugar. I mixed those 2 together with chopped up a banana, and then I had a hot cocoa mixed with 2 instant packets of instant coffee. So I feel really good. Last night when the guy ran us into town, we picked up Little Caesar's pizza. I ate a whole large pepperoni by myself and a couple more bananas, and I even had some oatmeal for it was like an appetizer before the pizza. Tonight will be cheddar broccoli pasta with some couscous added. May sound good, may sound gross, I don't know yet. But at the end of the day, everything on the trail tastes good. Who would have thought that? But the cool thing is being working as a chef, is who knows? I may come up with some new little concoctions out here with. It's always been kind of one of my specialties, is just taking a variety of foods and putting something together, seeing how it comes out. And the thing is when you make those pasta packets, you don't get no butter, there's no salt, so you just kind of stuck having the seasoning that it either comes with, and learning how to prepare it right, 'cause otherwise, you can make it really thick and nasty, and then it's hard to clean your pot. Okay, so Watauga Lake Shelter is 7.6 more miles till lunch, so that means we've already done, man, it's actually going by pretty quick. We are on almost 3 miles in 1 hour 15 minutes. Wow, making great time. Still would like to be a little faster, but the beginning's a little slow. A couple big hills, well, just that one, couple downs. Now we're going back up on some treachy stuff. You gotta watch your ankles, your knees on this stuff, and your poles like to get stuck in between the rocks. So it's better just to go a little slow on this kind of stuff, and then on the flats, pick it up a little, so it balances out. I like to stay around 2.5 to 2.75 per hour. It's usually a good pace to get you where you need to go. Probably another half hour, the shirt will come off again. Yesterday was the second day I got to hike shirtless. And I never have backpacked before, except for the training I did before I came out here. It's really nice, these backpacks, with the waist straps they have. You can really cinch it down around your waist, so all that 55 pounds is not directly on your shoulders. I've seen people take their shirt off at the end of the day and their shoulders are just so red and chafed. And I take mine off at the end of the day and they're like, damn. It's like, well, I definitely got to know my equipment before I left. And I attribute that to a lot of people I listen to. People at A16, Eric Pope, Jake Olson. I'm sure there's others that helped in ways. Jeff from Vermont, one of the older gentlemen I met up hiking in the hills, he introduced me to using trekking poles. Started out with black diamond poles. They broke Now I'm onto these carbon graphite poles that this guy at a hospital gave me. He said I was a nice guy, and he gave me a set of 3 poles to choose from because he saw that I had one broken. So these are $100-something poles that he just gave me for free. So trail magic is alive. It's always nice. The help you get out here is unreal. Can't wait to give back. I actually had a knee brace in the beginning, saw a kid with a bandana tied around his knee, so I gave him my knee brace, even though I kind of needed it, but I wasn't at that stage where I was limping, so I gave it up, and I kind of feel that's the reason I have these poles. What comes around goes around, and it's true. You have to give in order to receive. Unless you give for the reason of receiving, then it defeats the purpose. You just give because it's the right thing to do. Things tend to come back around full circle. I really dislike when the poles get stuck between the rocks. If you get moving too fast and don't let go, it kind of whips your shoulder back. It's like, ow! And with the weight of the pack, it's real easy to throw your whole weight off and go tumbling. That's how I fell down the mountain on day 3. My pole got stuck in a root. And instead of letting go, I held on and it just whipped me around. And I went tumbling down the mountain. Wish I would have had the head cam on for that one. That would have been priceless. Cobwebs, I tell you. I'm going through so many cobwebs. All over my arms. The worst is when you get them across your eyes. Whew. You don't want to fall down that right there. It's beautiful. See? Another example. Everybody back home. I hope to have these memories forever. Look, we have some flowers starting to bloom on the trees. So I imagine in the next couple of weeks, this is going to turn into a very beautiful place. So cool. I think I'll stop right up here around this corner. Pack the head cam away so I can start making some good time. And then a little later I'll bring it out again, take some more video, but after 15-20 minutes of it strapped around your head, you kind of start to feel the pressure of the rubber band around your head, and it doesn't feel so good. So it looks like we're going to get ready to make a serious climb right here. So this is a good spot to stop, pack everything away. Day 23, signing out for a few. Hi everybody. Appreciate all your support. Couldn't do it without any of you. Mickey, thanks for this camera. It's proven to be very nice, and I'm only on my third set of batteries. And yeah, quick look at the sky. Hopefully it stays like this for the day.